Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight. I just want to say real quick, just a quick shout out to the MakerSquare faculty. The last 10 weeks have been amazing, and I think I can speak for everyone in saying that this experience has changed our lives, and we are so grateful that they are here. So just give them a round of applause. Awesome. Thank you. So my name is Gamble McAdam. This is Clay Stewart. And this is Taylor Smith. And we created Headband. Do we have any musicians in the crowd? Or anybody who's ever touched an instrument ever? Yeah, there we go. We got some more. Okay, so I love making music. But sometimes there are a few things that sort of frustrate me. One of those things is that I like to document the music. I like to document where it's coming from, the ideas that I have when I'm coming up with it, and how it evolves and goes into these different tangents. Another thing is, I like to bring people I know into the fold. I know people all over the country that play musical instruments, and I would love to be able to make music with them every single day. And I just can't do that right now unless I want to use email and GarageBand or Dropbox. Another thing is, when I'm making a song, I need something more than just an inspiration from somebody else. Sometimes I need their actual tracks to remix and to play around with and reformat and come up with something that way. But as of right now, I just can't find anything out there that suits my needs. So that's why we came up with Headband, which is an open source music collaboration platform. So I'm going to hand this over to Clay Stewart, and he'll just walk you through what Headband does.
Thanks, Gil. And I'm just going to go through the user interface and talk about some of the features. So once we log in, the home page kind of shows the recent activity and songs you're collaborating on and songs you're doing. And then we're going to create a new song real quick. And what this is going to show is kind of the main song page. It's where you upload your tracks to. It's where you create versions of that song. So once this is done, you'll notice that on the left side, we have the track section. In the top right, we have versions. And on the right, we have collaborators. So this is a track I want to add a guitar track to, so I can record that real quick. We have some music, I think, that plays. And so one of the neat things is it's actually using the web audio API, so you can record live in the browser. And that's one of the big technologies we've been working with. And so you can stop that. For now, you download it, and you can actually re-upload it right away from your downloads folder. We're hoping to fix that. And you can type in the guitar name, and you can create your first track. And so now we can actually go back and see I had my initial version, I had the version where I created the guitar track. And then my second thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a quick percussion section. So this is where I add drums and other percussion type instruments. I'm going to upload a file from my downloads folder that's the piano. And we're going to give you a quick demo real quick where you can play both of those at the same time live in JavaScript. So that's it's actually mixing a piano and the guitar track at the same time right in the JavaScript. So that was pretty neat to do live in the browser. And then I can add a collaborator to this. So I can add Nick, because he's really good at the guitar. He can add his own guitar track to that. And then lastly, I could go pick a public song that I want to add my own track to. And I can remix that song right onto my own account. And I can add my own guitar tracks to that and mix it however I want. So that's a pretty neat feature. And then lastly, we'll just show you the profile page. And so that's where all the songs you're working on appear. And I'm going to pass this back over to Taylor to talk about some technology we use.
Thank you, Clay. So this is our stack. If you have any questions about some of the technologies that we use, please come find us at the science fair. In particular, a couple of the technologies that we had trouble with were, one, the web audio API is an extremely new technology. It's only about 1.5 years old with not a whole lot of documentation. So a lot of friendly folks on Twitter did a great job of helping us out with that. Second, we used a gem called Amoeba to recursively make copies of an entire object graph. So shout outs to our own Matt Buck for helping us solve that challenge. Lastly, writing logic for different users was a little tricky. We have song owners, collaborators, and administrators that can all perform different actions and do different things. So that was a challenge we had to overcome. As far as next steps for our app, we want to acquire users. So those of you who raised your hand earlier who love playing music and are passionate about music, please log on to our app. We would love to have you and hear any feedback that you have for us. We would like to continue to build out web audio API features. There's a lot there that we haven't explored yet. We want to make this site as useful for musicians as possible. And lastly, we want to install Sidekick background jobs in order to make the user flow as fast and as seamless as possible. So thank you so much for your time and attention. And again, if you have any questions or feedback for us, we will be right over here. Just come and find us. Thank you very much.